If it would have hit another car, it would have been very worse.
Coming up on DC News Now, a serious crash in Northern Virginia. Eyewitnesses describe a car headed the wrong way near the Pentagon, hitting the underside of a bridge. We're working to uncover exactly what happened. Man arrested before mass. A suspect barred from a Catholic church in D.C. is now facing charges including threats to kidnap or injure a person. What police found inside the man's tent. D.C. rep's home vandalized. The message spray painted on the side of the leader's house. He believes it's politically motivated.
And a continuation of beautiful weather across the DMV. Yeah, you saw it. Another nice day in the DMV. We'll talk about what to expect from Monday and beyond coming up.
And saving you money. From dealing with credit card debt to tax rebate checks headed to you in the mail. We found ways to stretch your dollar.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Sunday evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. All new tonight, we've learned about a serious crash along the GW Memorial Parkway. Eyewitnesses tell DC News Now the driver was headed in the wrong direction before slamming into the underside of a bridge. We blurred the video here to not identify the car, considering authorities may still be contacting relatives. This crash happened just north of the Pentagon on Columbia Island. I spoke to two eyewitnesses who say it happened right after 2 o'clock. One driver said the car that crashed was going the wrong way, headed north toward him, and in the southbound lane of the GW Parkway under the Washington Boulevard overpass. Lanae Bell described what she saw just before and after hearing a loud boom.
We see a car going really fast, speeding, and then you just see, you don't know if they lose control or not, but you just hear a big noise, like something blew up. So we was looking and we pulled over to go see what was wrong, and it started smoking immediately. If it would have hit another car, it would have been very worse.
Some serious stuff there. We have reached out to U.S. Park Police for more information. Stay with us as this story develops. Some breaking news. A young person was shot and killed in Prince George's County this afternoon. Police in Greenbelt are actively looking for any suspects at this hour. And it has been a deadly weekend in Greenbelt, Maryland. Today's shooting marks 2 people who've been shot and killed in less than 24 hours. DC News Now's Dave Laval joins us from the Franklin Park Apartments. Dave, what can you tell us right now?
Well, right now, what we can tell you is this bullet hole in this car is from the roughly 12 bullets fired during the shooting that happened about 4 hours ago. And as you just heard, the victim, unfortunately, is a juvenile. Another stray bullet also struck a Chevy SUV. Greenbelt police said they responded to this apartment complex around 1:45 this afternoon. First responders took the juvenile to the hospital where he died. There's no word of any other injuries or suspects. That's pretty much all the information police have released. As for neighbors, they told us this is just the latest violence to happen in this apartment complex over the last few years. And they're scared.
It's just crazy, you know. It happens every time shut around here, and it's so scary. It's so scary. I don't know. I really don't know what we can do, but it's so scary for the people who live around here. It's happening every day thing. Now it has become everyday issue.
Another deadly shooting happened in this apartment complex Saturday night. Police cannot say if the two are related. No word if anyone has been arrested in either shooting. Neighbors told us because of all the violence they have seen, especially over this weekend, they're fed up. They're ready to move. We're live in Greenbelt, Maryland. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
To pick up and go, hard to deal with that heartbreak. Dave, thank you. We have an update to a story we broke to you last night. The person that was shot and killed near the Rhode Island Brentwood Metro Station on Friday has been identified as a 17-year-old boy. Police say Jermaine Durbin was killed around 7:30 that night. First responders said the teen was found not conscious or breathing, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say the shooting did not have any connection to the Metro Station. No word on any suspects. A man was arrested outside a Catholic church in D.C. this morning before an annual mass that typically draws high-profile officials, including members of the Supreme Court. This unfolded on the steps of St. Matthew's Cathedral on Rhode Island Avenue at 17th Street in Northwest. D.C. police say right before 6 o'clock this morning, a police detail assigned to the church for the Red Mass, as it's called, went up to a man who had set up a tent on the cathedral steps, and they learned he was previously barred there. He reportedly refused to leave. He was arrested. Police say they saw suspicious items at that time, including vials of liquid and possible fireworks inside of his tent. MPD's explosives team came in and they searched that tent. Police say 41-year-old Louis Gurry of Vinland, New Jersey, was charged with unlawful entry, threats to kidnap or injure a person, and possession of a Molotov cocktail. The Red Mass was scheduled for 9 o'clock this morning with doors opening at 7:45. Again, they confronted this man at 6. That service is held to pray for God's blessing of public officials and Supreme Court justices to mark the start of the court's new term. All right, plenty of local news to get to, but of course, forecast is always top of mind with the man at the top of the hour. Scott Sumner, how are we looking with those currents right now?
Yeah, it's like deja vu all over again, right, Ben? You know, it's another nice day, lots of sunshine, comfortable humidity levels out there. 77 degrees, we have plenty of sunshine abound. You know, there goes a bird flying by that camera there. All right, we'll see those 70s dip into the 60s once we get to the middle evening period, and then thereafter extending throughout the overnight. This is a 12-hour period, so it goes hour by hour. So around, 6 o'clock in the morning, we'll be looking at temperatures into the upper 50s at that point in time. All right, high pressure is in control. There is that high. That big blue H is going to be with us again tomorrow. And as far as tonight is concerned, over to the National Harbor, we're looking at temperatures that are in the 70s now, continue to be in the 70s at 7 o'clock, but into the middle 60s by 9 and lower 60s by 11 p.m. So we are looking to cool down just a little bit. And the headlines, a warm start to the week, midweek welcome rain, and a chilly end of the week. So a little bit of everything coming up. Ben, back to you.
Plenty of ground to cover, Scott. Thank you. All new tonight, officials are investigating an early morning explosion in Loudoun County. Leesburg fire officials are asking the public for any information. Crews say the explosion happened around 4 this morning near Sparkleberry Terrace. The cause is under investigation. One of your top stories, D.C.'s shadow representative in Congress and city council candidate Oye Owelewa says that his home was vandalized. He calls it political violence. His office says the Democrat representative returned home yesterday from an event with the Anacostia Coordinating Council only to find the letters F-U spray painted on his porch. The porch was also apparently vandalized. Owelewa told officers that he has no idea who would have spray painted his house and that the cameras on his front porch are broken. No good to check and see who did it. D.C. police are investigating. Well, in the Commonwealth, controversy. The fallout in Virginia continues to grow after those texts Democrat nominee for Attorney General Jay Jones sent just 3 years ago came to light. He's now apologizing for them. They were violent in nature, and they surfaced in a report on Friday. The former state delegate made violent comments about then GOP House Speaker Todd Gilbert back in 2022, including talking about a scenario where Gilbert was shot and suggested political opponents face personal pain like losing their own children in order to influence any changes in policy. Jones told our sister station WRIC in Richmond on Friday that his comments are embarrassing and unacceptable, and he plans to continue running to be Attorney General. Jones' opponent and current Attorney General Jason Miyares is among Republican leaders saying that Jones' comments are disqualifying.
Jay Jones has proven by his actions that he is reckless, he is biased, he is willing to trade his integrity away. Jay Jones is sorry only after it made the news. Jay Jones regrets it only after it has endangered his campaign.
And just today, President Trump said that Jay Jones should drop out of the race. Democrat nominee for Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger shared a statement on Friday about this. She said in part that Jones must fully take responsibility for his words. She added that she will always condemn violent language in politics. Well, we're entering day 5 of the government shutdown, the first full weekend of this. Tomorrow, the Senate will vote yet again on a measure to fund the government. Will it happen? Of course. Stay with us as that story develops. In the district, D.C. police are under a new microscope. They are accused of improperly tracking stop and frisk data. The Office of Police Complaints says officers are not complying with district law. Our Daniel Hamburg has that story.
Police stops in D.C. aren't being documented properly, according to the Office of Police Complaints and Interim Executive Director Mark Cross.
We do receive a number of complaints of allegations of wrongful stops and wrongful searches here.
The Police Complaints Board audited 77 random reports and found between September 2021 and March 2025, none of them had this stop card filled out with specific information about why an officer made a stop.
It is imperative to gather that data for the purpose of transparency and for accountability.
In response, Chief Pamela Smith said the report was incorrect, saying even though the fields under the stop heading were blank, the data can be found just below the section of the report OPC reviewed, and it's collected consistent with the law.
That section doesn't contain as much detail as the stop card does.
An ACLU report from February found 70% of people in D.C. stopped are black, even though just 44% of the population is black. For people who have been stopped by police, the details matter.
Those are the things that people get caught up in. You know what I mean? Because you didn't. So now you can just say anything. If you asked about it or go to court or whatever.
Smith said the fields to comply with the law are in their system, but not visible nor accessible to officers when completing their reports, something D.C. Justice Lab says isn't right.
This leaves MPD officers unaccountable for the stops they're conducting against our neighbors and residents, and it also leaves communities in cycles of harm from over-policing and profiling.
Our Daniel Hamburg reporting the Police Complaints Board made several recommendations to change the way those stop cards are filled out and handled. We've got more at DCNewsNow.com. Just search police stop cards. In our schools, the Northern Virginia high school football team has been banned from the playoffs this year. Fairfax High School is accused of violating league policies during the last season over the recruitment of a player. The league and the school is not giving specifics, but they say the team itself reported the issue. Not all fans agree with that punishment.
You reported and you was up front as best you can, then sounds like a little leniency should be in order too.
Fairfax County School System in a statement saying they promote education, leadership, sportsmanship, character, and citizenship for students by establishing and maintaining high standards for school activities and competitions. Turning our focus to a big honor for one school in Western Maryland. Myersville Elementary is one of 8 that have been awarded a blue ribbon. This is from a state program recognizing standout schools. The award is based on student performance from national and state tests, as well as improving performance. Governor Wes Moore started the state version of the Blue Ribbon program this year, replacing the 4-decade-old Blue Ribbon honors that the U.S. Department of Education ended this summer. One Arlington group is preserving the past, and they're getting an award by the Virginia Humanities Council. The Arlington Historical Society is one of 12 nonprofits getting part of nearly $60,000 in grants that will support humanitarian work in a name to showcase Virginia history. The Arlington Historical Society was awarded $3,500. Where'd you go? Give yourself a pat on the back. Coming up, be sure to read the fine print before you transfer a credit card balance from one card to the other. We're helping you stretch your dollar. 6:13, live look outside. Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope you're still enjoying the last little bits of sunshine for your weekend. Got your forecast and more local news coming up.